Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. It's doing well on this 10th September 2024. Tomorrow we're taking a break, so we're making more videos tonight. This is my last of the day, so you can still very light. So technically, I'm gonna have the next 36 hours off. Rock on, baby. Today's video is morality and how it is a savior of mankind. Now, what is morality? I should have googled it before. I guess so, but I didn't do it. But to me, morality is as important as virtue, as important as kindness of your values. Morality comes in the shape of what do we do? Why are we kind? As human, right? As human, we have so many flaws. We're greedy. We get jealous. We're gluttonous. We're all the seven deadly sin we do. As human, we don't give a fuck about our neighbor. Right? We don't give a fuck. I love my neighbors, but if there was a choice between, hey, there's a house fire in my house and in their place, that makes you a bad person, you know, and that does make us bad people because you shouldn't wish harm. And if something was to happen, it would be rather be happening to both of us and not just the neighbors, right? It's quite selfish. This is where morality comes into place. Morality is the last saving grace of mankind, last saving grace of us human. It is the fact. Oh shit! Give me a sec. Yeah, made a mistake. Okay, cool. It is the last hope of mankind because the greed will never go away. You can be not greedy, but your neighbor can be greedy. I'm thinking a lot about my neighbors today. Wonder why. See, morality is what makes us a human. What makes us. It's kind of weird. You don't necessarily see this, and animals don't necessarily see this in packs. They'll help each other, right? But it's about survival. Morality, I think, it's what makes us human. It's what makes us kind. It's what makes us worth saving. If there's a judgment day, if there's such a day as the apocalypse, I think morality is going to be the one to save us. You see, I love shows like Walking Dead. There's a show like Walking Dead to say, what would you do in this situation? And most of the people in Walking Dead are assholes because all the good people sacrifice themselves for others. And that's where morality comes in. Are you willing to put yourself at risk to save somebody else? I was talking to someone, right? And they were talking to me about their sister. And it was a beautiful thing because their sister was very sick. But I know them for a long time. And I know their sister wasn't nice to them. Their sister, long story short, I'm not going to say the person because I don't want to put them in trouble. But his sister stole from the family when they didn't have a lot. The sister also had a drug issue. She sold a bunch of her mom's stuff. She sold a bunch of her dad's stuff upon the TV to pay for her drug abuse. She really put them behind. And years of addiction. I think it's more likely a decade of addiction caught up to her. And now she's very sick. She's trying to get better. She's very, very sick. She needs constant support. And the first group of people that came for her were the family. And I'm like, dude, she did you guys so wrong. Why are you doing that for her? And they're like, they're my sister. And this is where I come back with my neighbor. They're my neighbors. See, morality is understanding the good versus evil. But with morality come compassion. With morality, there's two good things with morality. The bad thing is guilt. You feel guilty, so you don't do it. The great thing is you feel compassion, so you help because you feel bad for those people. Morality, and again, it's not so much the fact that if you live alone, right? And that's the problem with one of my problem. I talked to you guys about a period of time where I was lying, I was manipulating everybody. I was a really, really, really bad person. At 21, 22 years old, if you knew me, I'd probably lied to you. I probably took advantage of you. And there's a very clear reason why. I spent years inside, not talking to anyone. When I say morality makes us human, morality makes us make the society work it. I think that's the worst of mankind. I think it's the worst of when you don't see people anymore. That's when you come to your worst. You stop being the person that people can rely on. There's moments in my life, there's a lot of moments in my life where I was a person people can cry on my shoulder. I could be relied on. I could be the one to help you in time of need. I'm very generous. However, there's time where I wasn't. And to me, morality is such a beautiful thing because I'm seeing some kind people, and the first thing you notice is their morality. But I'm seeing myself, and I'm saying there's time where you were in position to help. There's time of depression. There's time where I don't even talk to my father right now. I gotta talk to him for like a month or two because it demands a lot of attention, and I cannot deal with that right now. And I love my father. It's not his fault. I'm dealing with a lot right now. I'm dealing with weight loss. I'm dealing with content. I'm dealing with I'm feeling with. I'm less in love with making content than I was. It's because of the lack of skills. It's because of the lack of results. And I know I shouldn't ask for results. I'm not asking for results, but it's disheartening when what you're doing doesn't work. Right? You can be the best singer, and I said that before. You can be the best singer if nobody listens to your music. Who gives a shit? You can be the best painter, but if nobody look at your art, who gives a shit? Am I saying that I'm the best content creator? No. I'm saying that I'm pretty good. I don't know. Am I saying I put in the effort? Oh fuck yeah. See, and the morality is understanding that my father requires more attention, requires more time. So my father is retired. My father, however, doesn't give a fuck about me making content. And if I'm not working, it's gonna demand a lot of time. If I'm working, it's not gonna demand time. If I'm not working, he doesn't treat it as a job. So, yeah, I'm asking for a lot of attention, but it doesn't ask attention from a bad place. It doesn't ask attention from a place of fuck your dreams. I think attention from, okay, well, you're free, I'm lonely. It's really bad. My his girlfriend, she had 2 weeks off about 2 weeks ago, and for 2 weeks he didn't call me. I called him, of course. I called him because my father, right? He didn't call me. And then the day that she left, he said, hey, I want to come over for a coffee. I'm like, you just feel lonely. Morality would be to help my father. He's my father, I love him. And humanity would be to help my father. However, I help myself first. See, the concept of morality is such a beautiful concept because it's a concept. It is more entertaining, more interesting when you don't have it. When a person is very artistically, when a person is a very good singer. I'm going to take a singer because most people, big majority of people like music, right? If you're a good singer yourself, chances are you're not going to be as entertained or not likely to. If you don't have a quality of singer, people that can sing impress you because you're like, holy shit, I could never. Right? When I make content, a lot of people are saying, yo, you're making content but you don't support other people. You don't pay attention to other people, what they do. The reality is I do. I'm not gonna comment. I do watch in the shadows because and I told this story multiple times, right? People, when I started making content, people were like, hey, if you help me, I'll help you. And I was like, okay. Then I stopped helping them and they stopped helping me, which was the deal. But like, you don't give a shit. The second I stopped helping you, the second before you decided, no, I'm not gonna help him. Which sucks. Because if they stopped supporting me, I would have still support them. Right? I can remember a time where I was in need. I was, again, always the guy you could cry your shoulders on. And I felt depressed. And I wrote a post, I was depressed. And I was helping 20, 40 people, right, in the last year because I wasn't working. Not one of those persons came for me. You see the lack of morality, and it's really hard to do it. The reason today why I don't comment and like stuff is because I feel like I don't want people to feel like they owe me something, first of all. Second of all, I do listen to other content when I have time. Most of the time I'm making content, but because I'm making content, the content of other does interest me a little bit less. Because I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing my own thing and completely different, right? I know that makes me an asshole. Maybe that makes me an asshole, but I'm honest. But the biggest part of this, the biggest problem with this, is that I see. How can I put this into word? That's pretty hard. Holy shit, it's late. We're going to do a tournament. We'll have time. How can I put this into word? See, morality, the reason why we're talking about this is because I find this very admirable. Because I find it very admirable is because I look at something. There's always going to be room for improvement, and morality is always something that's going to be improving. And you see kind people. My mom is extremely kind. My mom, she helps everybody. My mom, she's a very generous person. Now she's 66 and she's still working. My mom gave her the world to other people, but nobody gave her shit. Now, as a human being, I'm extremely proud of my mom. I love my mom. I'm extremely proud of her. Like, holy shit, mom, you were so kind. But I cannot help to see her, see that people took advantage of her. I'm like, yeah, people took advantage of you. I feel bad for her. I feel bad because the plan was never to be like, hey, my mom's gonna give, and I'm not gonna have anything to give in return. But also, the morality comes at a price. My mom, when she calls, my mom, she's extremely moral. My father is generous, but very self-serving. For example, it'll help you if it's your friend, but if you're a stranger, it won't help you. My mom's the complete opposite. Everybody equal chance of helping. But my mom comes at a price. My mom comes at a price where every time she calls me, like, oh, do you need anything? Do you need anything? And my mom, although I love her, I have to admit, and I'm not proud of saying that, but my mom uses this help. This help makes her feel useful, and she kind of is not necessarily addicted, but she kind of crave that feeling of being useful, and you cannot really blame people for taking advantage of their help when it's offered. It's one thing to take advantage of somebody that, if somebody tells you, hey, can I lend you $5? Even if you don't need it, you're probably gonna say yes. So it's gonna be way harder to say to a person, bro, I need $5. It's way harder. The person that's receiving, the person that's giving is the same. The feeling of it is different. You offer, I asked. Very, very different. Morality is that both of these situations ends well. The reality, however, is different. I wish I had more morals. I do truly wish I did. I'm very weird. There's moments where I'm gonna say, well, I'm nice. There's moments where I feel nice. A lot of people gonna meet me and gonna be like, yo, you're a good person. I met a girl like last week, and she was requiring a lot of attention. And then I'm not gonna say her name because she's a good person. But I was like, hey, I'm working, right? And she would send me memes. You know what's like the fucked up part? The really fucked up part. The first day, she didn't know my dream job, my job right now. I'm not getting paid, but my job for the moment is making content. And the first day, I tell her, hey, I'm at work. She's like, okay, I'll leave you alone. She left me alone. Second day, I come back. The first day, I come back and said, what do you do for work? I make content. The next day, I say, yeah, I go to work. She starts sending me shit. She knew how much this meant to me. Then we got into a fight because we met through a friend, but that friend and her had a relationship, a sexual relationship, and I didn't know. And my friend was overly sexual, and she wasn't. So she was like, yo, she's annoying. She's always asking for X. And I'm like, dude, why are you telling me this? And she came in. My issue with the girl was like, yo, first of all, I feel like an asshole. I feel like an asshole. I truly feel like an asshole for this story. But it's a perfect example of morality. It's a perfect example. I felt bad about saying to her, hey, I'm working. Please don't send me a meme. You're bothering me. Then she came in, and it's not the fact that she came in. It was the fact that she didn't respect the fact that I was busy. And she came in with this whole story. She came in with needing to talk and exposing the other person, and she did this, she did that, and I didn't ask. I didn't even know they were having this relationship. So my issue was, you had a relationship with my friend, you didn't tell me. I would have not cared if you told me, but you didn't tell me. You hide it. First of all. Second of all, you're in a position where you're not happy. So because you're not happy, you gotta put the other person on the bus. Not cool. Two things not cool. Third, you're coming at me with all those problems, knowing that I have my problem. Knowing I have problems. And I told her, hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I didn't say like that. I said, it's better if we end things here. Better if we stop talking. The reality was too much for me. It was a lot of energy, it was a lot of time, it was a lot of attention for one person. See, I have this huge problem. My father is the same thing. I am willing to give attention to people. I am willing to give attention to people. I want to help people. I want to be nice to people. But when I make a video and I can help or I can entertain 400 people, it is hard for me to give attention to one person. It is very hard to give attention to one person because, like, holy shit, I'm spending so much time on this person. You know the craziest thing? I felt bad about it. The very next day. The way we end things. So I went to ask her how she went. Noticed she wasn't following me anymore, which is not a problem. She unfollowed me everywhere. And I'm like, you know how much this means to me? I give you time and time. I took break from work, breaks I didn't have. I took time off work, time I didn't have. Made sacrifices for you, and the second you don't like what I'm saying, you're gonna unfollow me. Now you can unfollow me. If you follow somebody, you can unfollow them. But the day of, the day after, something happened. It's pretty fucked up. There's nothing to me that is funnier than I have good memories. I have a very good memory. People that unfollow me and refollow. I remember that shit. I remember who followed and who follows again. I'm not gonna check my list to see who unfollowed today, who unfollowed yesterday. I'm not gonna check. But I know. And when I see somebody that unfollowed that refollows, I'm like, okay, yeah, I remember you. It made me feel a certain type of way because I never unfollowed. The unfollow that I did was people, I had 10,000, it was people that was not following back. I was like, okay, well, I have a limit to how much people I can follow. I have to at least support people that are supporting me because, again, it's just the moral thing to do. The moral thing to do would have been to pay attention to the girl. The moral thing to do would have been, hey, you have a problem, let me hear you out. The next day she unfollowed me, she didn't want nothing to do with me. I was like, holy shit, you're a shitty person. Right? Otherwise, there's a person. So I go into this live, okay? I go into this live with a person. I'm not gonna say the name again. It's a French creator. Well, technically, if you know the episode that I did on TikTokers, you know what I'm talking about. I went to her live, and I'm supporting this girl. She's really cool. I really like this girl. Not romantically. The first girl was romantically. This girl she just say entertaining. She had a boyfriend though. And her boyfriend's an asshole. Her boyfriend is a total asshole. And he is negative. He insults follower. And if it was only her, she would have the stuff it takes to change everything. I only went to the live. I only went and I only asked one question. Because that person, the guy, the boyfriend, the asshole, I have his own channel. I'm like, it's weird seeing you guys together on a live when it's supposed to be your life. You have two channels. Why aren't you guys making your own content both? This game is this, and I felt like this was a bit rough. So I was this is insane. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. If you guys stayed till the end, you deserve a secret. So I said, because I felt bad, because I felt like my message was too rough, I added, I love video games and it's fun to see a life of video games, but I love hearing you sing. But that I get both with you guys is kind of cool. And it's true. I do like video games and I do like her singing. She's a great singer. I was blocked for that. Now, if you guys don't know, there's two channels called Ink Vendetta. Ink Vendetta Normal and Ink Vendetta Gaming, where I'm going to put my gaming content when I'm going to be finishing on YouTube. I got blocked for this message. Yeah. So I said, fuck it. No problem. 10 minutes past, 15 minutes past, and you guys know I'm addicted to TikTok Live. I watch this all day. Today there's the birthday of another guy, and because it's his birthday, it was supposed to do content the whole day. That's why we took off today. 10 minutes ago, and I was like, "Fuck you! That was not fair. That was not okay. I didn't do nothing wrong." 10 minutes ago, after I go back with Infinite Gaming, the second channel. I go back there. I tell her. I go in. This is crazy. I go in, and I don't know what the guy said, but he said something because a lot of people are mad in the chat and they're calling his name. They're saying X. Why do you say that? You're so fucked up, X. And this person started to ban people. The mod. It wasn't even the creator. It was a mod. And then people turned on the mod and said, "Yo, why did you? This message wasn't bad. Why did you ban them?" And there's a lot of people that were mad at the mod. And I know this guy. He made the front news. People talked about him. There's a lot of expos of that guy. You know what I wrote to the mod? You do what you need, but look at the hate you're getting. This guy wouldn't lift a finger for you. My problem with morality is not often that it's give back. Now, if you give something, you shouldn't expect something to give you back. But if you constantly give and nobody gives back, you're the problem, right? Anywho, long enough video. Love you guys. Take it easy.